Welcome to In the Rough with Angie. I am here with my new friend Jerusha today, and she is going to share something that she recently went through that was very challenging, but she is going to share how she got through it and then also a current challenge that she's working through now. So, Jerusha, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, what you do for work?
So I have grown up in the city called Pune, which is in India. I studied BCA and I am working as a people and culture leader for a small tech company. I have 8 years of work experience. And the fun thing about me is if I catch on something that is new to me, I definitely go read about it, be it religious stuff, be it on the news, be it it is about technology or is it about food, it's about culture. I like getting to the core of it.
Mm.
So I read a lot about it. That's a fun thing about me. And yep, I'm very excited and I'm thankful that you gave me a chance to come and share my story here.
Yes. I love that. I do that too. I'll research things to death, and then, it's really interesting, but then I have to figure out, okay, have I researched enough? But I love that you do that and to get to the root. I love that. That's so huge. Do you have a favorite memory to share in your childhood?
Yes, I it's a funny and it's a bittersweet story. I had gone for shopping for one of my cousin's baptism with my mother and my mom's sister. I liked a dress in the shop, and at that point I didn't understand it was expensive, and my mom wasn't okay buying the dress. Also, it was not in my size. But me being me, I was being stubborn. I was not listening. I mean, at the end, the shopkeeper scolded me and told me that that's not in your size. And I got very angry. I was just walking ahead of my mother. I was not holding her hand. I was 6, 7, 5, 6 years old, not very young. And it was a crowded market. I got lost. It's like my mom and her sister were following me, but because it was crowded, I really didn't look back. I was just walking in anger. I was walking ahead. And for that 5 minutes, I felt it's done. I mean, I was away from my mother only for 5 minutes. I looked around. I didn't find her anywhere. Then there was this one street seller who told me that, you can wait here until your mother comes. And I started crying. I was like, okay, this is it. It's gone. It's over now. This is my life now. I've lost her. And then I remember I was just crying, and then suddenly a hand comes from the crowd and pulls me, and then I see, okay, that's my mother. So yeah,
Wow.
it's a bittersweet story, but again, when I think about it now, I was like, okay, I have always had help when I needed. So
I love
yeah, it's
that.
it's
Oh
a
my
nice memory.
gosh.
It's a
Yes,
nice
and
it's even a nice fun story even now. Like whenever I'm being unreasonable, it's a good story. They bring it up and they say, you remember what had happened, right?
I love it too. It's kinda like what you had put in your email where you had said, "God knows how to find you even when you feel lost." So, even at a young age, you're not lost, you're gonna be found, you're gonna be protected, and I love that. I mean, I don't love that for the young you because that's scary as a kid, but I'm glad that there was somebody there to help you and wait with you and all of that. Does your mom remember it as vividly as you?
Very well, very, very well. She
Yeah.
remembers it very well. Even my mom's sister, my aunt, she also remembers it very well. It's like that's what, even if I'm being unreasonable now, I'm reminded that story. It's like you remember what had happened, right? I was like, I can get lost now. I have grown up. I can find my way home.
My gosh. So we're gonna be talking about the current thing that you have overcome in life, what it was, and then kind of walk us through the process of how you overcame it.
So I should actually start with the good part. It's not that God directly gave me problems. I was working with a multi-millennia company. The company is a dream company for a lot of people. I worked in that company for 2 years. I had everything in life. You would say financially, physically, relationship wise, everything was perfect. The only thing I didn't have was God.
Yeah.
I wasn't serious about faith. I stopped. I just found reasons. Okay, it's okay if I don't go. My heart is good, right? It's fine if I don't go. And then suddenly, slowly, problems started coming up. So first, financial part of my life was hit. Then relationship part was hit. So the relationship is friends and everything, not only the romantic relationship, but it's also friends and family relations. That part got hit. Then finally, it was my health, my physical part. It got hit. I suffered a paralysis stroke in 2024, June 2024, and the left side of my body was paralyzed. I couldn't move my left hand at all. I couldn't move it at all, and my left leg from the knee down. I couldn't move it. And in that moment, I felt I've come very far from God. When I started looking back, I was like, I've gone too far. Is it even possible for me to get back now? Can I go back now? And if I go back now, what will I say? Because I had my good time. Will God trust me again? Will I get that time again back? So yeah, this is something that happened, and I I every day used to think that okay, it's better that I don't wake up. Friends who know me, they know. I've had conversations with them saying that I don't feel like I'll get through it. I used to tell my mother that you know what, we'll just end it, because having a health crisis, having a financial crisis with it was very difficult. Today, when I look back, yeah, I do have tears, but these are happy tears that are coming out. At that point, I used to only pray to God at night. No one knows this. I used to pray to God at night, saying that if you're not going to make things all right, finish it. Don't wake me up in the morning. I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
this is what I was going through.
Yeah.
And in that also I was struggling to find God. I was like, one sign. I just need one sign. I need one sign that I can come back to you. Well, I didn't promise anything that I'll do this, I'll do that, because I would say I was very desperate at that time. I said, I just need one sign, let it be anything. There were people telling me that God is close. In each time God is more close to you. My answer to them was I don't feel it. The religious, my friends, my mom, my family kept telling me that this is the time God is the closest to you. But I used to tell myself, I don't feel him. I don't feel his hand anywhere in my life. Where is he? Then I had uninstalled social media, everything I stopped. I kept my phone aside. I used to not do anything. I suddenly had the urge of reading Bible. I started reading Bible. Then slowly I started using Instagram. I came across this one reel, and that story in that reel was so powerful. I felt okay. I don't need a sign anymore. I don't need a sign anymore. I will do whatever I can. I will do whatever changes I can. I'm not going to give up. So the story was, it was about a king who wanted to learn golf, who wanted to learn to play golf. So he got in the best golf player of the world, and he said, I want to learn golf. You teach me. You can stay here. All expenses paid. I'll fly you in. And the person teaches him golf after a few months, and the king has learned. So while going back, the king asks him that, what do you want in return? Because you played, you taught me to play. So the person says, I need a nice golf club. Can you buy me a nice golf club? So he says, yeah, sure. That's it. That's all you want, a golf club? He said, yeah, that's enough for me. He said, okay. And when he went back, this person who taught him, the player who went back, he kept thinking, he's a king. How is the golf club he's going to give me? Maybe it's going to be made of gold. Maybe it's going to be made of diamonds. He's going to make it studded with precious stones. So this was his thinking. And after a month, he gets in a post in which there's an envelope addressed to him. He opens that envelope, and in that there is a letter that tells him that there is the biggest golf club of his area is under his name. And the person who posted this reel in the end said that we humans, we have a limited capacity of thinking, but when the king thinks from his capacity, and we worship the king of kings. So why are we limiting ourselves? So that's when I realized what I'm asking God is very limited. I am asking him to show a sign. I'm asking him to heal me. There are much bigger problems that are there in my life. Why am I not focusing on them? Why am I still thinking in the sense the human thinks? That's when I thought, okay, no, God will heal me at His time. I will start repairing the areas of my life that were damaged by my own hands. And yeah, that story, that reel, I even shared the story with a lot of people, and it was like a goosebump moment for them also. Because that line that we humans think in our capacity and we worship the King of Kings, we can never match that capacity. what he thinks or what he's gonna give us. We limit ourselves, we restrict ourselves, saying that, okay, no, this is how much I want. But no,
Mhm.
open your gates, invite, you will get even more than expected. So yeah, that is my story until everything went well. So I will come to that part when the question comes up. It is only till years. Yeah, then I started working out. I started concentrating on my diet. I started concentrating on my exercises. I didn't feel like giving up. I said, no, there's a life ahead. There's a lot of things that I want to do. I'm not going to give up. And I stopped praying in that direction. And that's when I felt that okay, there were signs continuously. I kept asking. I just didn't want to see them. I don't know what sign was I waiting for. I was waiting for like overnight things to turn around. When I myself took years to destroy everything, how can I even expect things to turn around like that without even doing the work? Like, okay, I'll do the work. I'll do the work and things will turn around for me. So yeah, this is what happened. And yeah, when people see me, they don't believe that last year, this time I was struggling to move.
Wow.
I couldn't move. Even my hand, I couldn't move. It's still
Wow.
under this. It's not healed completely. It's still under this. But I can walk. I can move around. I can work. I lost everything last year. My job, money, myself. So yep.
Wow, that is an amazing story. Thank you for being honest and sharing that because I know so many people can relate to it. Those feelings of, like, for one, asking God for a sign, like, I'm stuck. I need you to show me something, right? And I love how it was through a reel, like it was through something maybe you weren't expecting. The sign was through something that just you came across it one day, right? And that's what changed your perspective. And that is so cool. So, when you came across this reel, were you in the hospital? Were you recovering at home? Like, what was that process like?
So I was at home and I had a lot of people also telling me the negative parts, saying that maybe I might not heal ever, or maybe I will not heal completely. There will still be some signs where I mean, some part of the stroke will be stuck with me. I won't be able to move freely. I will always need help, or I need to adjust my lifestyle. I should not use glass vessels or glassware anywhere in my life ever. I should edit a lot of part of my life, not things like everything is going to get back to normal. And even these are even doctors who said these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, at that point I felt, what's the point? What's the point of living if this is how I have to live? So yeah, I still was looking for a sign, but then I started reading Bible and I was like, okay, people have gone through a lot of stuff. This is nothing. I didn't want to talk to people because everyone were like some or the other advice they were giving, do this, do that. Oh, how
Right.
it happened. Oh, you used to do this, that's why it might have happened, or you must have done this, or you were about to do this. There were a lot of speculations also in all that. When I started my Instagram again, this was the first reel that I saw at home. I was at home when I saw this.
Oh,
I don't follow that person. I don't know how the it came on my feed. It's not even something that came in the explore page. It was something that came on my feed. I
wow.
was like, okay, this can't be just I mean this can't be the algorithm. This is definitely something that I should. And honestly, after that I didn't see that reel ever again.
You
I never
didn't?
saw that reel after that. I didn't
The
think of saving
algorithm
it
did.
that time. I saw it 2, 3 times, but then I never saw that reel again. I tried searching it, but it never came to me again. So I just thought, okay, that was
Wow.
maybe one time thing that I needed, but that story stuck with me.
Yeah.
That line specifically between human and kings, it stuck with me like anything.
Yeah. I so you feel like the steps were to just start working on the recovery even when you didn't feel it?
Right.
What was your first you said, like, exercising and eating good. What was your first step? Like, what's the first thing that you did to start
I
working on the recovery?
I started going regularly for my physiotherapy. I started going regularly. I started taking my medicines properly. There were certain restrictions that I had from the doctor, which I was not following. I was like, what's the point?
Mhm.
If I'm not gonna be well, then why would I restrict myself? If this is how it's gonna be, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna do everything that I want. But then when things started becoming well, I was like, okay, no, now if something has been avoided, it must be for a reason. I started getting serious on the diet part, and yeah, working out definitely. So not only relying on the physiotherapist, but working out on my own at home, took that step. Even so it's not that before that family was not there. They were there to help me out, but it was me who didn't show interest. I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. They cannot hold me and make me do stuff. So it was something that even I had to take say that okay, I'm ready to do it. So yeah, that change happened, and that change, the first person to see was definitely my mother, which gave her also hope in it. That okay, I mean,
Yeah.
no parent should see a child struggle.
Right.
It breaks their heart. So yeah, my recovery is a big hope for her also. So yeah, she also felt good that okay, no, things are gonna get better.
Right. I agree. I'm amazed by that story. I love it. And I agree with you. People are going to have opinions when we're going through something, and we're going to get a lot of the opinions, right? And I don't think that that's okay that the doctors didn't really give you the hope you needed, because they should always be speaking life, and they should always be speaking, no, you can get through this, right? Because a lot of it is your will. Like, you are
Correct.
taking the steps and you want to recover. Like, you're you're strengthening within yourself first, and then you're taking the steps. So I don't think anybody should ever discourage or say, no, this isn't possible, because all things are possible with him. And God already put the stuff in us to be able to take the steps to get recovered. And yeah, that's so powerful. What?
So this was still stage one that happened. So in June 2024 is when I got affected. I was released by June. So 10th of June is when I got admitted in the
Okay.
hospital. By the end, I was released. By end of June, I was released. I was home. So July to October, I I was struggling.
Okay.
My birthday is in September. It's still coming in 2 weeks. Last year on my birthday, I just was like, there's no point. There's no celebration. There's no point. So yeah, these months I didn't do anything. I went to physiotherapy. When this first thing happened, I found a physiotherapist. It was a little far from my place, but my mother used to take me there, sit there during the sessions, and then get me back. It was that person who said that this, even if this recovers, it's not going to recover completely. Again, I felt that, why is this happening? I need positivity. I used to, tell my mother also, at this point, I need positivity. I can't have people telling me that this is not going to happen, or this may have happened because I did this. So yeah, that was October, November, December again went. It was, so when 2025 came, it was during um before Lent starts. It was Feb, the month of Feb. I decided, okay, this time I will follow Lent, and I'll follow it like properly. Because I do that. I know a lot of people also do that. We always give ourselves pass thinking that God knows our heart. You know what? Even if we don't do certain things, God knows our heart. We don't go to church. It's okay. God knows our heart. He knows I'm a good person. So this year, 2025 Lent, I said nothing doing. I'm going to follow it strictly. I will ensure that I take my medicine. But then until then, my medicines were quite reduced. I didn't see the good things that are still happening. Like
Hmm.
by November, December, my medicines, I was taking like what, 8 to 10 medicines at a time. They got reduced to 5 to 6. They got reduced to one tablet. That is again a good thing. But I was not looking at it. I was not looking at it. So this is the second sign that happened, which is a very major thing. During Lent, I thought that I'm gonna like be off social media completely. I'm gonna dedicate it to prayers, and I'm going to ensure that I observe the season of Lent very religiously, very nicely, which I've not done in the previous years. Even if I do it, I used to give myself a pass, saying that, oh, okay, it's Sunday, I can still have what I want. It's okay, I'll go out, it's fine. So this year I did it religiously, but just it's like I am going to deactivate my account in like 5 minutes. I got this one reel again. Again, it's on my feed. I don't follow this person, but I sent a message to this person. So there's this. He's an upcoming author. He's a kid. He's, what, 21 years old now. When he was 17, he met with an accident, and that accident left him completely paralyzed. So in 2024, he completely healed. So he shared a story where I was seeing. So I just saw one thing where the story was in like a reel form, saying that in 2020 2021 or 2020 somewhere he met with a car accident, and 2024 he's completely fine. And then I saw a Bible verse over there of Psalms, which said that if God is with you, there can be nothing against you. And then and his profile I went to and I saw his profile and I was like, okay, this person, I mean, his part of his head was not there
Yeah.
in one of his reel, and I was like, okay, if this one can heal, then I am not that difficult. I'm not that difficult for God to heal. There's nothing that cannot happen. So in that month, a lot of things happened. My physiotherapist changed. I got this reel. I sent a paragraph to this person saying that I'm very inspired with your story. And you know what? This is what happened to me. I am this years of age. This is what happened. This is what the doctors told me. But I still have hope. I've changed my physiotherapist. Tomorrow I start. I'm also going off social media. I'm on Lent. I will see you after after Lent. I mean, I'll see you after Easter and I'll update you whatever happened. By the time you see this message, my account may be deactivated. So let's connect later. I dropped the message, I deactivated the account. I told my mother I saw something like this, and that definitely gives me hope. This new physiotherapist who worked on me has done, like, has improved my hand. So has improved my rehabilitation so much that no doctor rehabilitated in the last months that went. So now, even today, when I was talking to my cousin, she said, how's your hand? And when I showed her, I opened my hand like this and I showed, and she's like, what? Can you do that again? How did that happen? That means the physiotherapy is good. I said, yeah, she's good. The one now is good. And yeah, when I went to her, she definitely did not use anything negative. She said, you're gonna be fine. This is nothing. There are people worse than this who've recovered. You're gonna be fine. So yeah, that was the second I said, okay, now I cannot keep telling God, give me sign. Otherwise, I am just ignoring. This is the biggest sign that I got. People worse than me are still getting healed. Then why not me? Let's look at the parts where I have to improve. God will come and heal at His time, definitely. What I can improve in myself, I should work on that. I should work towards that goal. That is how my Lent went. And yeah, that's how then I was talking about this. My hand used to not open up at all, but this year it's still opening up. I can hold stuff. Yeah, it is slow. It will take its time to heal, no problem. But I'm happy. I can walk around. I can wear my clothes on my own. I don't need much help. Sometimes, yeah, I do need my mom, but majorly I can go to work. I can do my stuff. I can type. So, yep. This is the second part where I felt that okay, now I should not lose hope. Now no one says, now anyone says anything, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me.
Yeah, that's
You, until
good.
it's humans who are saying it. I'll be
Right.
like, no one can make me sad, no one can make me angry now. It's not gonna matter anymore.
So I love your faith because you're taking it in steps. Sometimes I think when we're asking God for healing for something, we're thinking that when He heals us, it's just going to be all of a sudden and we're healed. But what you're saying is it's a journey. Like the healing part takes time. It does take effort on your part. It takes faith on your part. And that's what you've been doing. So you got hope, and then you've been faithfully taking steps to get to your recovery, and it's happening. And I love that. Do you feel like you've been hearing clearer from God lately, or do you feel like is it the same where it's like, hey, I need a sign that you're still here, or is that different now?
I do love it when he gives me signs. I really, and some of them are really very powerful ones. Some of them are really subtle. I, being a human, I I take time to realize, okay, this is something that happened in the background, but it happened. There are
Yeah.
two such incidents that happened recently, a few months back, in the month of June again. One in the month of June, one in the month of May. So I started thinking, okay, my job, my work, I'll start working when I get a good opportunity. But until then, what? I want to share my story with other people because again, I know that it's not only our thinking. I've seen people also when they give testimony, it's more like I was like this, now I'm like this. We don't get to see the middle part, the
Yeah.
tough part that is there. And many times people, at least me, and I know a lot of people, they find it hard to believe that is it even true, the testimony that they are giving. So I was like, it just came to me. I thought, why not? I'll share my journey. I mean, I know I'm healing. After healing, obviously, I'm going to share it. But Why don't I start sharing it now
Yeah.
while I'm healing? Let people see that this takes
Mhm.
time. That's where that line came, that God works in rhythms, not rush. There
Mhm.
are some things that He will turn overnight, and then there are some things that it will take time, because some part of work has to be done from our side also. So I had this thought, and then again I was a bit worried. I was like, is this voice from God, or is this something that's not from God? So for confirmation, and then again I got to know that we can ask God for sign, and He does give it to us. So I was attending Sunday mass, and during the mass I said, God, this is what I'm thinking about. I want to use my social media, my following, to let people know that the healing is also a journey. There's struggle in that. You feel doubts, you feel everything. You have your doubts, you struggle, you
Mhm.
question God. God gives you answers. Sometimes the answers that we understand, sometimes we don't understand, sometimes we understand late. So all this I want to share. Is it a right thing that I'm thinking? Should I do it? And I said, okay, you give me a sign. The priest is talking. I said, if the priest says the word Patrick. Patrick is my father's name. I said, if he mentions Patrick, I will understand that what I'm thinking is right and it's from you. I will go ahead and change my Instagram and change my social media and everything, bio and everything, and I'll start talking about it. So I'm waiting midway in the mass. I'm waiting, and I'm thinking that some parishioner's name is gonna be Patrick, or some donor's name is gonna be Patrick, or maybe the priest's name is gonna be Patrick. And the priest has come to the end of the mass. He's doing his announcements, and I still don't hear the word Patrick. But still, I'm still very very seriously and very with discipline. I'm listening. I'm listening very carefully. What is he saying? What is he saying? And finally, he comes to his last announcement, where he's announcing about a new priest that has come to do his ministry. And I thought, okay, this person's name is definitely going to be Patrick, because he doesn't say Patrick. And then his name also does it's not Patrick, it's something else. And then I was like, okay, I think I should just give up, and it's not something that came from God. Maybe it's something else, but no problem. But while he's introducing this person, he just says, yeah, he's gonna do a ministry. His regency here for 1 year. This person, whoever is joined, before coming here, he was appointed in Saint Patrick's Church. This
Oh,
is what the priest said, and I'm just like, I've already. And the moment I heard it, I was like, I had tears in my eyes. I was like, what? And then again, I remembered the golf story. I was like, how foolish I was. I was thinking that it's gonna be a person's name, but when the
wow.
priest said it, it came out like Saint Patrick's Church, and I was like, okay, this is my
Wow.
confirmation. I came home, I immediately took off all the promiscuous things that I was posting on social media. I took it off. I was like, they cannot be a greater sign than this. So yeah, this is one thing that happened. Then in the month of June, when we have the St. Anthony Novenas, the area that I stay is named after St. Anthony. We have a grotto and a special hall dedicated to him, a special area dedicated to him, where these Novenas happen. And this year's topic was hope. Everything around hope. Hope in problems, hope as everything was around hope. So, and I was giving interviews, and I had been giving interviews since a year. I was so tired of rejection emails. And then I thought, maybe God doesn't want me to do a job. Maybe He wants me to start a business, which is okay, which is still okay. But how do I know that? How do I know that? Because finances are tough. Finances are tough. If I have to start a business, I will need something. What will I do? And during the first day of the Navina, and I see that the topics are around hope only for the entire 9 days, for all 9 days, different parts of hope. So the first day of Navina, I have argued with my mom. We both have argued just before the mass over something that I wanted to wear, I didn't get to wear, and I argued with her. But anyway, we went to church, and I said, God, if you want me to still keep giving interviews, if there's still hope in this, I want you. I mean, I need to see the color lavender. If I see the color lavender, I will understand that you definitely have a good opportunity for me. Or else I'll switch to business. I'll understand that I need to do something in the business part. So I wait. The mass has started. I thought maybe the priest will wear lavender color
Yeah.
stuff and come. Like again, I was thinking wrong. The mass started, and the priest is announcing. The person was announcing. Priest wasn't announcing. After the announcement, the priest says, in the name of the Father. So the person was announcing, and I'm just looking around. Do I see lavender anywhere? I don't see lavender anywhere. The priest started with sign of the cross. And then I see a girl walking from side of me, going right in the front and sitting. And you won't believe she was wearing a lavender color dress, entire, right from her neck to the heel of her feet. The dress was complete plain lavender color. And I just kept looking like this. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And when I shared this stuff, like when things started getting better, I started sharing the stuff with my family, with my friends. They again, this was a goosebump moment for them. They were like, how? I mean, we are other people giving testimony. Someone among us is giving. This is so amazing to hear. And I said, I mean, you can also do this. If you feel you're stuck somewhere, just ask for a sign and see it will happen. And it
Yeah.
will happen in a much greater way. We think of it like, okay, like I was thinking maybe the priest will wear something lavender and come. Maybe there's a flower, some lavender flower somewhere. But no, there was this girl who came late after the sign of the cross, but entire dress, the entire outfit of hers was lavender. So yeah, I mean, it's not a usual color that people wear.
I love that. I love that every time it sounded like you're asking God a question, saying like, "Can I see this specific thing?" His answer is yes. Like his answer is hope. Like I do want you to continue on. I do want you to do the things that I've put in your heart. Like I do want you to share your story, and I love that he's confirmed it for you and that he's reminded you that he is your hope, like, and that he will be there and he is there. Do you have advice for somebody that maybe is going through something similar? Like maybe they're in the hospital and they're listening to this, or maybe somebody they love just went through something traumatic and it's feeling really chaotic right now. What advice would you give them?
Like I said before that, have faith. God will work in his time. God works in rhythms and not in rush. That is always my motto. And yeah, we feel that there has been a delay. We feel because that's our time. That's our time. Feels like it's a delay, but God knows it's divine preparation. It's nothing else but divine preparation. So instead of focusing on what God needs to heal, if someone is going through this, maybe personally just look at ourselves, what we can fix. And as I said at the start, it's all about invitation. Whether it is good or bad, it is us who who invites it in. So open your heart and invite God in, and you will see the work He does. You will
I love
definitely
it.
see the work He does. And yeah, for my current life update, as I said, I am working in a tech company, which is so understanding. You won't believe. They check on my health. They don't need to. The bosses don't need to check on my health. They check on my health. If I've missed physiotherapy for a few days, they'll question me. Is the workload too much? Why aren't you going? Why are you still replying to our emails or messages at this time? Isn't this your physiotherapy time? So I mean, and yeah, how I got this opportunity, because I asked God that is there an opportunity, and then I got this after that, and I took it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, current life update is, yeah. Physically, I'm healing. Financially, I'm in a better position than what I was last year, and it's still a long way to go. I know there's a lot of things that definitely God wants me to do, and God has kept for me, and I look forward to that. So, and I'm also open to talk to people if there is anyone who wants to talk to me about their problem, or they are feeling that healing is not happening. I can share even more stuff that I went through, more personal stuff on, as I said, there were a lot of signs, small, big, like the medicine stopping was a very small sign, but I didn't realize it then. It's
Mhm.
afterwards. So now anything I realize, I write it down. Okay, this is what happened, because when I shared this with the priest, he has promised me that next year I'm gonna give a testimony. So I wrote all these things down, which are gonna be helpful for people. Yep. So yeah, believe, have faith, and sit with God one on one.
Mhm.
You don't really have to go through mediums. Yes,
Mhm.
definitely need guidance, but sit with God one on one. Sit alone, talk to Him, whether you're on your bed, sleeping, can't move. You don't always need a candle. Kneel down. You don't always have to kneel down. Just sit for some time, close your eyes, and talk to him. He'll
Mhm.
definitely answer. He will definitely answer. He doesn't leave anyone.
I love that so much. And I'm motivated by your faith because we all get challenges. And I know how it feels to like be stuck in discouragement and depression and looking to other people to like fix it for me, right? Like I've gone through times where I would cry out to God, but at the same time, I was needing people to like do it for me almost. And it's simple, like you said, like just invite him in and then watch the things that he's doing. Listen for the steps that he's telling you to take. And his voice is always going to be hope to us. It's not going to be discouragement. It's not going to be death. It's not going to be, no, you should quit. His voice is always going to be hope. And thank you for sharing that. And thank you for being honest. Do you want to share where your Instagram is? If anybody wants to find you on there?
Definitely. My username is Jerusha Dias,
Okay.
Jerushadias. And yeah, I mean, I post about my post stroke series, survivor stroke series, stroke survivor series, where I educate people on what they should say, what they should not say to a person who's gone through a traumatic life experience, and what kind of words might have hurt the person. Like these words definitely hurt me, and
Mhm.
I have also. So I'm not the only one in my family who went through a stroke. There have been a lot of cases, and I have seen this common thing that they all have faced. So yeah, this is something that I'm doing on my part, telling people that this is something you can say, this is something don't say. These are the things you should do out of medical. Obviously, this is not a medical advice. This is not medical advice that I'm giving. I am not licensed to do that. I'm not educated in the medical field that I can give medical advice. But yeah, spiritually and mentally, what we can do to keep them motivated, to let them not lose hope. Yes, my account can be followed for that purpose. And yeah, I do also share my funny moments with God or at work. How I am slow as a how slow I am as a human to understand the signs. Yeah, people can people can definitely follow me for that purpose.
Well, I'm definitely following you, and I'm going to definitely keep in contact with you to continue to see what God's
For
doing in your
different life
life.
updates.
But thank you
Yes.
so much, Jerusha, for sharing your story today.
Thank you so much, Angie, for letting me share. And I hope this story encourages a lot of people
It-
to turn to God and to not lose faith, whether they have been hurt by church, by the religious people, or by their family around them. Nothing should take people away from God. That is very important.
Yes, I agree 100%. I think too that even if they're not in your situation now, they can hear your story because something may happen on down the line where you're planting a seed and they need that reminder. Like I remember what Jerusha went through and then her response to it. And that will give them hope too in that moment. So it's even planting a seed, right, for our future struggles. And I love that.
Definitely. Yes, yes. And yep, I will be giving more life updates since we are following each other. You will definitely see a lot of good things coming up.
Awesome. Thank you, Jerusha.
Thank you so much.
Bye.